Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? 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 All right, there's some stuff that ain't working. Oh shoot, hold on. How we doing? How we doing? Here, let's get audio check. Audio check. Audio check. Audio check. How we doing? How we doing? Gotta bump that audio up a little bit. Bump it up. 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 Bump. 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 This should be. Why is this not working? What's happening? What's happening? No. No. Why is it not, darn it. Auto. Is it working now? I don't know. Is it working? Maybe. I don't. Oh, there we go. I think it might be working now. Yeah, I think it might be. Okay. Shoot. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. We're back. We're here. I'm not like super late this time. Crazy, I know. I was up like late. Let me hold on one second. Let me All right. I think the audio sounds good. Music sounds good. There we go. Yeah. I was up late. Man, I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. We're gonna be talking about that for a bit. We'll probably maybe around like 10:30 we'll start reading. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I'm gonna give it a minute for see if Lily's still awake. See if Lily's still awake. I don't know. We got some surprises. I want to show off. I spent basically, after getting home yesterday, I spent literally the whole night. No. Probably till about midnight oh, what happened? The break? Oh. My app froze. Okay. Sure. So yeah, I spent like 3 or 4 hours going through and making. Oh, I wanna show off too much. I got some stuff done. Yeah, so basically what I was doing most of last night was I was setting up this like motion graphic so that way I can kind of just replicate it over and over. And it took me, oh my god, it took me forever in DaVinci Resolve Fusion. I mean, it took me forever to get it fixed and make it like work properly. But eventually I did. And now we have a bunch of cool stuff. We have a bunch of cool stuff that we are going to be, let me throw these up on the screen. Bam. We got a bunch of cool stuff. Here, let me this is looping, is it? Oh, it's fine. Okay. So basically what this is this is going to be a question that we're going to have on the vertical side of the stream that we will we'll just be having sitting there. I made this animation. But you know what? Let's 65. I had to slow down a lot. Fix that now. Yeah, I spent literally hours and hours, just hours and hours, just like messing with this to get this to work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have a lot better understanding of Fusion now, which is good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so we got these different questions, and the goal kind of is to try to entice people to leave comments, because from what I understand, when people comment on the shorts, when people comment on the shorts, that's how it gets pushed. So you want the shorts to be pushed, and so you want people to comment. It's not about likes. It's not about like reactions. It's literally just comments. So if people are chatting in the chat, that's how stuff gets pushed. So this right here is an attempt to kind of do that. And it took me a while to do, and it's still a little bit jittery because at the end it's literally just a looping video. It's a looping video. I bet I could make the videos longer rather than the 4 or so seconds that they are. Yeah, they're all about 4 seconds or so. I bet I could make them all longer. Oh, all right, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I bet I could make them longer. Oh, what? Yeah, I bet I can, and then that might reduce some of the jitter. But regardless, I do quite like this, and this is a almost direct rip from my this is almost a direct rip from my chat, like the chat bubbles. Yeah, it's almost a direct rip from that. I need to get a new mic. That's what I need. Because like I like this mic, but I have a couple mics in mind that I would like to get, but I gotta drop some cash. I gotta drop some cash for them. So yeah, we spent most of that, and this was kind of like my first foray into motion graphics. So yeah, yeah, this was kind of my first foray into that. I've been wanting to do them kind of for a while now, but I never really knew how to kind of approach it. And this project was I think, very clear success. These turned out really well. I really like how they came out. Yeah, there's still a little jittery, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That is perfectly okay. I really do like how they came out. But I can make like just like a ton of these and just have them sitting here. I also did a bunch of organizing on my OBS side, which really nice. Really, really nice. I'm gonna have to go and I did my main screen where we were gaming and stuff, and so now I just need to now I just gotta do it on my just chatting side. What else? Yeah, I did some stuff on the camera side. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, whenever, if Lily's still awake. We'll see. We have hand cam. We have a hand cam. You can see our hands now. Anyway. Anywho. Let's okay. Yeah, so I'm still messing with stuff. I was up to pretty late trying to get this stuff to work. Anyway, I haven't started working on any new videos. I wanted to do a bunch of other stuff. Mainly this right here was what took up most of my time. Most of my free time that I was thinking about. The other couple days I was just relaxing. Wednesday, Thursday, I was relaxing. We had our collab with Alyssa on Friday. I was pretty upset with that because the audio was all fucked up. I really enjoyed playing with them, and I hope that maybe they'll come back. Maybe we can play some more at a later date. I think we're going to be doing another collab on Tuesday with some other streamers. I'm going to get in touch with them. We planned it out earlier this week. So we'll see. We'll see if they're still willing to do that. With Marathon, the name of the game is going to be collab. That's what it's going to be all about. It's going to be all about doing collabs. We're going to be doing a bunch of those. I'm going to be trying to hit up as many different people as possible. Try to get some in the rotation. You know, we will we'll be doing that as a way to use Marathon to be able to grow. Why is this one darker? Huh? Why is this one lighter? What happened? What happened with this one? Keep that up. Keep that up. Yeah, I think some of the stuff, so some of the things I was thinking about doing with like this stuff is, I mean, not even just this, but just the ability that I know how to do this kind of stuff. Obviously I got to change this to kind of fit my theme a bit more, you know, the whole the neon, purple, halftones and all that. So yeah, that's that. I don't know what else I could make. But most of what I think I can make relies on what I know I can do, and I actually thought of most of this by myself. The actual tilting of the thing, I did ask Gemini for help with it, and it was very helpful. It got a couple things wrong a couple times, but overall it was very helpful, giving me like a walkthrough on how to effectively make this, or at least the tilting part. And then after I did that, I was like, okay, I think I have a better understanding of these like things. Let me do this. And it's like, okay, right. And that's the thing, right? Where like I just need to know what can I do. That's the hard part. What can I do and what can't I do? That's most of it. And if I know that, then then I can make other stuff. Like I can make like I can make different like alerts. I can make different alerts using a streamer bot. It's a very, very versatile program, and it kind of takes a lot of the coding out of stuff. Like I can basically make stuff play, and I can have text pop up on those things related to whatever the, you know, if someone follows, I can have, like I've said previously, I wanted to make was a book that kind of popped out, and like a book that kind of popped out and opened up, flipped a couple pages, and then it showed the username and follow. And I'm not sure if I'll do that because it doesn't really fit the theme. I do eventually, one day we will have a full like overhaul. We will be doing another model update, but it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a long time because I'm gonna be that's like a big like a 3.0, like whole 3.0. Maybe, I mean, even maybe a re-debut. Like we do a whole re-debut, like a whole new thing. We could do that. And so, you know, trying to mess with some of these camera settings. There you go. All right. I don't even hear any music. What's happening? Where's my music? All right, yeah, it's pretty quiet. All right, there we go. We're doing this doing kind of live.
I never felt like baby still with me.
All right. Yeah, so we can be doing a bunch of I'm going to be slowly learning how to do DaVinci Fusion and just like trying to create projects and like come up with stuff and like come up with stuff to try to make like this project right here. It's very effective at very effective way to figure this stuff out. And you know, it was actually interesting learning how to kind of make this remake stuff. That's kind of like what I do here. Everything I do is basically just me like remaking stuff. I see something cool and I'm like, hey, can I make that? One of my next like bigger projects that I want to do is I want to update our starting soon screen, and it's gonna be so it's basically gonna just be this. As we all know, my starting soon screen. It's basically just this. This is my starting soon screen. This is what I'm referencing. This is the Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate loading screen. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And so I wanted to just straight up remake this whole thing. And I'm pretty sure I can. I probably won't be getting all the monsters in there, but at least all the geographic stuff like the mountains and the trees and all that. I want to do that at least. And it's gonna be a bigger project, but it'll be really cool once it's finished. And you know, this is all just like shapes and stuff, right? And obviously we'd have our character right behind the mountains because you know, or no, we'd probably finish the whole thing off and then we'd be somewhere in the middle between the mountains and the dark brown mountains. Yeah, this is gonna be one of the next projects that I undertake. I might do this next weekend. I might do that next weekend. We'll see. Me and my friends were gonna do something else this weekend, but we never got around to it. We never got around to it. People were busy. So, you know, just didn't do it. Oh, brother, I'm so tired. What is this? 20th? Friday. Shit, I don't know. I've been slacking in my homework for life. Okay. That. don't remember anything else I did on Friday. Oh, hold on, okay. Oh yeah. Let's yeah. Okay. Okay. So I updated my homework for life. Homework for life. I've been slacking on that. Oh boy, I'm tired. Tired. I don't know. Is Lily even gonna be awake? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've been having a lot of fun with Marathon. Yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with Marathon. I want to make another video. I'm still kind of in the trying to figure out how to approach it. Kind of stage. I'll share with the class what I'm up to so far. So we're gonna be talking about Arachne. The title of the video is going to be why you should become a cultist for Arachne. And the thumbnail is going to be a charter. It's going to be charter, like on our thumbnail for our tweet that we just put out. So one of the first, I'm trying to figure out the 3 points that I want to bring up. The first one is accepting that dying in the game means progress. That's the first one I came up with. I couldn't think anything past that, so I'm like, is this not that good of an idea? But I think it's a good experiment to try to see how I can kind of like pull video ideas out of seemingly nowhere and like make something of it. So I want to try to engage with this thought a bit more for some more time. I want to try to get another video made next week. I have some other ideas. I have I have at least one more idea. I thought I had 2 more, but I can't remember it now. I should have wrote it down. How do I make new notes? There we go. I had another one. What is a full walkthrough of maps? I wanted to I think it'd be interesting to have like maps, like a full walkthrough, like maps and like every single like nook and cranny of the maps. I think the maps are pretty dense, and I feel like there's a lot people would miss. And so I feel like it'd be valuable. It'd be fun to do. It'd be reminiscent of a specific YouTuber that just recently passed away that was pretty influential on my early video making ideas. Camel Works, that's their name, Camel Works. It's pretty sad situation. I don't know exactly what happened. The family wanted to kind of keep it to themselves, but yeah, they passed away. And yeah, it's a shame. Camel Works? Maybe? No. Maybe it was someone else. Might have been someone else that has the style. No, I think it was the Epic Nate. That might have been a... Anyway, we're gonna keep playing Marathon. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I have a bunch of more. I'm coming up with different video ideas. And I think I can use Marathon as a way to grow. Yay. Yay, grow. Yay. Yeah. Oh boy. Do I have anything else to talk about? Not really. I'm just kind of waiting. I'm just kind of waiting at this point. Oh boy. What else? I don't really got anything else to say. I'm just kind of tired. I'm just kind of tired. Do I even want to read? I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even feel like I kind of don't even feel like doing an art study, but I also kind of want to, but I also kind of don't. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I just kind of want to like chill out and chat. That's what I kind of want to do. What I kind of want to do. All right, I think I'm dropping Hades from our music. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm gonna put Persona 5 in. Persona 5 is going in. There you go. Yeah, so yesterday I had to at work, I had to replace a belt for a exhaust fan. And I've actually been watching the belt for a while now. It was very, very old. I don't even think that belt has ever been replaced. if I'm being honest. I think this was the first. I've been meaning to replace it for a while now, and I only did it yesterday because as I was sitting there staring at it, I saw that it was starting to snap. One side of the belt was broken apart, and so it started to like come apart. I'm like, okay, yeah, we gotta change this like now, because I didn't want it to be mid like with the fan on, it snap and it gets sucked through the fan. I don't think it would do too much damage, but it might got him wrapped up, and yeah, it's not worth it. So I spent like half an hour. I spent half an hour trying to get the new belt on. My arms are still, I still got like dirt on my arms. I thought I got it all off. My nails have like oil or like grease like in them, and I was trying to get it out, and like I think I still have some on my hands. It's just not coming out. It's just not coming out. That is just not coming out. Yeah, it's just not coming out. All right, I got like a bunch of different idle poses. Yeah, we got a bunch of different poses. I don't know why it's shaking. Yeah, I don't know why it's shaking. Yeah, but I had to replace that belt. It took like half an hour, but I eventually got it. And I was kind of worried because it's connected. So typically how these types of things work is there's a motor connected to a breaker box that's supplying the power, and that motor is has a pulley bolted on to it, and that pulley then connects to the pulley of the fan, which is usually typically below it or on the side of it. This one, the motor was on top, and the larger pulley for the fan was right below it. And so what you need to do is you need to put the belt around the top part of the motor pulley, and there's like big grooves that you put the belt in, and you got to put the belt in a very specific way. The belts are made very specifically to fit in a certain way. They're literally, they just like slide right in. And then what you need to do is you need to you need to you gotta what other things do we got? Too much movement. All right, that's fine. Okay. I don't know. All right, anyway. Yeah, so the you need to wrap the belt around the top grooves of the motor pulley, and basically like put the bottom part of the belt, which hooks onto the the grooves of the bottom pulley. You need to put the belt onto one side of the grooves and basically start like pulling on the pulley in your direction, because you can't stretch the belt yourself. You need to use the pulley to actually put tension on the belt, and if you align it properly, the belt, as you turn the pulley, will slowly start to slide in to the grooves of the bottom pulley. But you got to put a lot of pressure on it. I was a bit worried that I would put too much pressure on, and the motor, which is it's literally like hanging there in the air. It's hooked on to this platform, and the platform's hooked onto the metal pipes of the fan, so it's all pretty sturdy on there. But it was moving a little bit. It was moving a little bit, and I was worried, oh shit, please don't pull this please don't break the motor, like platform. That would be really sad. It's made of like metal, and it was like bending a little bit. It didn't actually bend. It was just, there was some like slight movement in it, and I was kind of worried about it. But you know, it was fine. All right, this is great. I like this. So yeah, I was able to get it. It took me like half an hour once I understood it, because I knew how it was gonna work. I've replaced belts on stuff before, so I had a general idea on how I was gonna need to get it done. I just didn't realize I needed to put that much force into it. But anyway, because of that, my arms, like all my forearms and my hands, completely covered in grease. Because I needed to like get up on a ladder and lean on something, and that thing I was leaning on, it was just covered in like dirt and like grime. And then the actual pulley in the belt itself was just covered in grease, because we like sprayed down the pulleys with WD-40 just to make the thing a little bit easier. Also, you know, just to make it a bit easier to make sure that, one, it was easier to put the belt on there, but two, just to grease it a little bit. It's always good to do that. WD-40 really is magical. I think it was made during World War II. I think it was discovered during World War II. You know, all right, it was discovered during World War II, and you know, it was discovered during World War II, and I mean, ever since then, it's been fantastic. It's fantastic greaser. It does amazing things. I've used it in so many different situations. So yeah, that was fun. I'm happy to get that done. But because of the new belt on there, the fan spins ridiculously quick. Like I would say 2 to 3 times faster than it was. Because my dad was explaining this to me, the tension that's actually that the belt is enacting, or the tension that the motor pulley is enacting on the fan pulley, and the way the belt interacts with that friction, did I say traction? Yeah, tension. Oh, the way that tension of the belt on the motor pulley interacts with the tension on the pulley with the fan makes it spin a ton quicker. Now, the belt that was previously on there was probably on there for 20 years, if not longer. I wouldn't be surprised if that belt actually came with the motor, and the motor is very, very, very old. I don't think we're gonna have to replace it anytime soon, if I'm being honest. That's the kind of beauty of some equipment. I mean, they just last forever. Like, legitimately, stuff just lasts forever. I have a piece of equipment at work that doesn't use electricity at all. It uses just air to work, and it's it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's probably almost 80 years old. It's probably about 80 years old, but because there's no electrical components, it's all just pressurized air that makes it work. The only thing I would need to replace is air valves. Everything else on it, fine. It's fine. It all works. It all just works. It's fantastic. And I mean, it's worked for years. It's worked for years. I loved it. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun thing to do. I'm happy I got it done because I don't got to worry about it anymore. I've been worrying about it for the past like half a year. I knew it was gonna snap like a while ago, and like I was saying before, I was paying attention to it. I wasn't sure when it was gonna happen, but I like need it for summer. If I don't have a fan, I'm literally just gonna die. Like I'm gonna have like a heat stroke and like pass out. And who's gonna play marathon on stream then? How is that gonna work? Who's gonna play marathon? Who's gonna do this? I don't know. Yeah, but we got that fixed, so that was nice. Do I got any more stories? I think I got some more stories. Hold on, I got some more stories we can do. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of, I mean, unless like Lily shows up, I might just do just chatting stuff. Because what else do we got? Oh, I went to Hot Pot the other night. Gosh, it was so good. I think I was talking about it. Yeah, I was late for stream that night. Oh, Hot Pot's so good. I love it so much. I love engaging with other cultures. I really do. Some of my customers come from the come from Africa, the Middle East, and all that. And so talking to them is always interesting. One of them was telling me about Islam. and they were telling me about like Islam and, you know, the culture and all that, and how, and it's like how like when you turn 15, you're technically an adult, and so you can become like a doctor, like an engineer. You can become all these different things. And like you can, when you marry, you can have like 5 wives and like, you know, all that, but as the man in the relationship, you have to pay for everything. So if you want to have 5 wives, you can, but you need to pay for all of them. And you can have you know, obviously you have kids, you have to pay for everything. Even if the person you're marrying, even if their family is rich, you still have to like pay for it all. So it's like, all right, that seems like a good balance, I guess. I don't know about the whole when you're 15 you're an adult kind of thing. I don't know about that. That seems kind of no. I mean, in America, you're not an adult till you're 18. I think that's too young. I'm gonna be honest. I think you need to be like 20, 21, maybe like even more to be considered an adult. Maybe like 25. I feels like fair. I feel like once you hit 25, it's like, okay, I think you're an adult. Like full on you have a quarter century. I think you're an adult. I think we should increase the age, the adult age to 25. I think that'd fix a lot of stuff. Although I know there's a lot of people who wouldn't like that because they're creeps and they're weird and they're like creeps and they need to be like put in a cage. These people need to be separated from society. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I was talking about Hot Pot. Oh yeah. Hot Pot's great. The place we went to is actually a remodeled place from a previous Hot Pot place, and this previous Hot Pot place, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's Hot Pot. Like I I mean, I don't know. Um, but this previous hot pot place, when it opened up, me and my friends went there for the, it wasn't for the immediate opening. I think it was within the first week or two. Something like that. It's like the first week or two. Anyway, we went there, we ate, you know, hot pot. It's hot pot. And they gave us these little like keychains with the like company's logo, and it was like a little LED light inside of like this like plastic crystal, and it was nice. I thought it was nice. I actually put it on my keychain, but it fell apart eventually. Because the glue on the LED kind of wore out that was glued to the plastic of the like the little plastic crystal, and it just kind of fell apart, so I had to take it off. It was nice on there though. It was cool. I liked it. I thought it was nice. I banged it around a bit too much. Yeah, I banged it around a bit too much, and yeah, it kind of fell apart. But anyway, that place closed down. I don't know why. They might have sold it. I don't know. And anyway, the new place, I mean, it's nice. It's the same. It's actually all you can. It's like a buffet type situation. So you kind of eat what you want. You go up. There's like stacks of plates, like a buffet, and you grab what you want for hot pot. You grab what you want for Korean barbecue, and you know, you just kind of do your thing. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Do I like it better? Actually, I kind of do. If I'm being honest. You can actually get you can get skewers. There's skewers there that you can have made. There's, you know, a bunch of different, I mean, it's all the typical like hot pot stuff. I mean, there's nothing really like unique about it. It's just hot pot's great. Hot pot's great. I like hot pot. Eating it constantly, no, that's not a thing I can do. So the other day, I actually okay. So back in like middle school, I was still eating school lunches, and this for years up to that point, I would eat school lunches. But in middle school, I actually switched to eating packed lunches. I don't remember exactly why I did it, but I started bringing packed lunches to school. I think it's because I didn't want to wait in line, and I didn't complain to my mom, and she was like, okay, I'll just make you pack lunch or something. I don't know. And you know what, let me there we go. All right, there you go. Yeah, so I would eat packed lunches throughout all of middle school and high school. But before that, I would go up to the line. I think it was actually like the first day of middle school. I went up in line. I was like, I don't like this. And so then I stopped doing that. But I remember one time in middle school, I ate sweet potato and I didn't like it. I don't remember why. I just didn't like it. And from that point on, I never ate sweet potato because I was like, I don't like sweet potato. Until recently, I got a new frozen like lunch for work, and it actually had sweet potato in it. I didn't realize it had sweet potato, but it had sweet potato in it. And so I ate it. I'm like, this is kind of good. Yummy. This is kind of good. And so for the first time ever, I bought, oh shoot, where is, no, I bookmarked this thing. Shoot. Hold on. I liked it. No, where is it? No. Fuck, I lost it. Shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, I got it. Whew. Thought I lost it. There's this called God Tools. Okay, sorry. I just remembered. I'm like, oh shit. Did I fucking lose it? Anyway. So, sweet potato. Yeah, so sweet potato. I hadn't eaten sweet potato for like literally a decade, multiple decades. No, a decade. And I just tried sweet potato again, and I ate it in this lunch. It was a honey glazed turkey lunch. Very good, very good. I enjoyed it very, very much so. And I was like, oh, sweet potato tastes good. I'm gonna buy sweet potato and eat it. And so I bought some sweet potato. I cooked it. I ate it. I put brown sugar, butter, and all that. And it was okay. It was okay. I think it's literally just potato, but just sweeter. It's like same texture. Oh, although it's a bit more kind of sweet potato texture is a bit more kind of smooth. Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe I overcooked it. I might have overcooked it. But I put like butter and stuff in it. I mean, it tasted all right. Would I eat it more? I bought two. I should have bought one. I think it's still sitting in my cupboard. So I gotta go and like either toss that or cook it. But that lunch with the sweet potato in it, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep buying that. I like that one. I don't know what they're doing with it. It's kind of like they're like cut into like little cubes, and yeah, they're like cut into like little cubes, and they're like kind of burnt a little bit. I don't know. There's something about like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I just kind of like burnt food. Like just a little bit of a char. It does something to me. I don't know what it is. Especially with chicken. Oh, especially with chicken. Oh man. I love it. It's so good. And I've tried to cook char chicken myself. I don't know. I think I'm too afraid of like burning it, but I guess that's kind of the point, right? I should not be afraid. Should not be afraid of trying to burn my chicken. I should burn my chicken and with confidence. I need to burn my chicken with confidence. Do. The other day I ordered some pizza and I was like, I'm gonna try some different stuff. I got spinach on it and I got garlic on it. And I was like, yeah, I'll eat spinach and I like garlic. Mistake. Rookie mistake. I ate some. It sucked. It was not good. It was not good. I don't even think I ate it all. I don't even think I ate it all. I ate like a couple pieces. I'm like, you know what? You know what? This is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. It's like, I mean, would I have more? Would I ever order this? No. So at first it was like, no, I like this. To then ending up, I don't like this. It took about two pieces. It took like 2 pieces of pizza, but before I realized, oh yeah, I don't like this. And then there was the last piece, and then my dad was like, "See, I told you you wouldn't like it." I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm never doing that again. Oh boy. Oh man, I want to play marathon. I don't know if Lily's gonna show up. Probably sleeping. Probably EP. Probably EP. Probably EP. 2 EP. That's okay. That's okay. We'll watch the VOD. Watch the VOD. I don't know, maybe. They don't have to. If they want to, they can. If they want to, they can. They don't have to though. They don't have to. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Everyone's busy. Everyone's busy. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's what the VODs are for. That's what the VODs are for. And the VODs on YouTube. On the YouTube page. On the YouTube page. I've been posting like crazy on Twitter. I don't know what got into me. I'm like posting a couple hours like every single day. No, sorry. I'm posting. I am posting like at least 1 to 2 hours. No, every couple hours I'm like posting something. I'm trying to like do stuff. I don't even know, like, is it working? No, not really. I'm not really getting followers or anything, and no one really like interacts with my stuff. And no one really interacts with my stuff, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing it because I think it's interesting, especially when talking about marathon. I have thoughts. I have thoughts on it, so. Brother. Oh, brother. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Okay. I think we're gonna move into our next. I don't really got anything else to talk about. I don't really got anything else. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We are gonna move on. So let us, are we going to do some reading? I kind of want to. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it, we will. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Where are we at? Oh my god. Really? We already this many pages in? Oh, we're at Crash and Burn. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We were reading. Or oh yeah, no. We're gonna finish up. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna finish up chapter 4. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Hold on. Can I make those? Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Okay. Oh, I can't do like I can get close. I can get close. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. I'm gonna turn that off though. Okay. Oh, what the hell? I'm like floating. What? All right. Anyway, we're gonna turn that off. Do this. There you go. I like this. All right. So here, I'm gonna bear with me. Let me. I'm gonna switch over. All right, there we go. We good? Hold on, let me Oh yeah, my model's not gonna work now. That's fine. That's fine. I feel like the screen's too big, but fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it. We ball. We ball. Where's my fucking songs? Where's my songs at? What is happening? Why is everything borked? Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Bear with me. There you go. Don't worry, chat. I got you. Okay. Okay, chat. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Why is my scroller not working? Model. No. Oh. That's why. That's why. Sure, whatever. Whatever works. Whatever works. Okay. Anyway, oh. Ugh, there you go. Oh. Okay, so we are on Crash and Burn. We are reading more Storyworthy. We're gonna read a little bit more of that. We're gonna get through this chapter. Yeah, we're gonna go through this chapter. We got like that much. That's not bad. Okay, get some water. I'm already out of coffee. My Picasso cup is empty. So sad. So sad. This is like a decade plus old. It's really nice. Okay. The exercise is called Crash and Burn. It's a simple concept, certainly not groundbreaking in any way, but relies on adhering to a few simple rules that I've developed that are necessary to make the exercise work well. Essentially, Crash and Burn is a stream of conscious writing. I like to think of it dreaming. I like to think of it as dreaming at the end of your pen, because when working well, it will mimic the free associative thought patterns that so many of us experience while dreaming. Stream of conscious is the act of speaking or writing down whatever thought that enters your mind, regardless of how strange, incongruous, or even embarrassing it may be. People have been utilizing stream of conscious strategies for a long time, beginning with the first psychologist in the late 19th century. In the 12th and the 20th century, these strategies were adopted by writers and thinkers as a means of generating new ideas. Entire novels have been written to mimic stream of conscious thinking. I hate those novels. But for the purpose of storytelling, we'll be utilizing stream of conscious writing to generate new ideas and resurrect old memories, applying these 3 simple rules. Rule number 1. You must not get attached to any one idea. The goal of Crash and Burn is to allow unexpected ideas to intersect and overrun current ones. Just as the rain-drenched corner of Main Street with my dog produced an important revelation about my father and a memory of sex on the golf course, 2 intersecting ideas crashed into each other and overran the meaningful moment that I was experiencing with Kaylee. So, regardless of how intriguing or compelling your current idea may be, you must release it immediately when a new idea comes crashing in, even if your new idea seems decidedly less compelling than the original one. When Crash and Burn is at its best, ideas are constantly crashing the party, slashing and burning the previous ones. It is these intersections of ideas that new ideas and memories are unearthed. Okay? So the first one, just write stuff down regardless of whether it messes up with seemingly good ideas. Rule number 2, you must not judge any thought or idea that enters your mind. Everything must land on the page, regardless of how ridiculous, nonsensical, absurd, or humiliating it may be. Similarly, grammar, punctuation, and capitalization are meaningless. Penmanship is irrelevant. This can be difficult for many people. For years, writing teachers have demanded that students think about grammar, spelling, and punctuation as they write. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I have to make sure everything's punctuated, everything has the proper grammar. It just kind of irks me. Anyway. They have required students to outline their essays and stories before placing a single word on the page. They have handed their students archaic graphic organizers and insisted that they be complete prior to writing. They have ignored the reality of writing, which is this. Many writers have no idea what their next sentence or paragraph will be. Much of writing is done in the dark. The next sentence is often as much of a surprise to the writer as it is to the reader. The artificial demands of outlines, graphic organizers, and planning often subvert the creative process and force would-be writers to think what they are writing before a word even hits the page, rather than allowing them to spill their guts and evaluate the material later. This is because writing teachers often are not writers themselves, and therefore never engage in the writing process in an authentic, honest way. Rather than teaching the writing process followed by actual writers, they speculate about strategies that might help a writer or follow the advice of a written or writing follow the advice written in writing tomes by people who only write writing tomes, often doing more damage than good. Okay. All right. Interesting. So any idea, doesn't matter how crazy it is, just put it on the page. And these archaic ways that we've created, these guidelines, and hey, this is, you should do this thing or that thing. No good. No good. Wrong. Do I have a... Wrong. 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 Okay. Sorry. Bam. All right. Where was that? When it comes to crash and burn, the technique that we're talking about, you must free yourself of this dreadful, hobbling, ingrained need to prepare and self-monitor. You must spill your guts on the page, free from judgment. Just put the damn words on the page as they appear in your head and on your fingertips. Ignore your inner demons. All right. So that's, yeah, we just talked about. Literally just put the stuff on the page. So rule number 1 was just write everything down. Any idea, any thought, even if the thoughts kind of overlap each other. As soon as another thought starts, start writing. Don't stop. Put anything on the page. Doesn't matter what it is. Rule number 3, you cannot allow the pen to stop moving. I say pen because although I do almost all my writing on a keyboard, I have found that engaging in crash and burn with a pen tends to trigger greater creativity, and there's some science to support this claim. But if you must use a keyboard, go for it. Either way, your hands or fingers cannot stop moving. You must continue writing words even when your mind is empty. To make this happen, I use colors. When I have no other thoughts in my mind, I begin listing colors on the page until one of them triggers a thought or a memory. For example, red, green, blue, black, brown. I tell kids that brown is my favorite color, and it makes them all crazy, which makes no sense, but in truth, I have no favorite color, which makes them even crazier. Writing down numbers is also a popular strategy utilized by my workshop students, though I recommend that the numbers be listed in word form. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 fingers on each hand, and there are scars on 5, no 6 of them, which seems like a lot, but maybe not. I've known frequent travelers to list countries. I've had Oh, I had a mechanic in one of my workshops list engine parts. I had a teenager in my workshop list the names of his previous girlfriends, and apparently had more than enough names to work with. Okay. Sure. It doesn't matter what you choose, your list of items simply needs to be long and familiar to you. That's it. Set a timer for 10 minutes, follow these 3 rules, and go. Here's an example of one of my crash and burn sessions from a recent workshop. When I'm teaching, I speak my crash and burn aloud as I write to my students so they can hear how my mind is working. Specifically, I want them to hear how new ideas come crashing in, how I embrace these new ideas without hesitation or judgment, how I'm willing to leave a good it's hair in my mouth. Where am I at? How I embrace new ideas without hesitating or judgment, how I'm willing to leave a good idea behind in favor of a new one, regardless of how little promise the new idea seems to hold, how I manage to keep my hand moving at all times. If you go to the back to this Storyworthy the Book YouTube channel, this is a book, you can see me engage in this process, speaking aloud as I do for my workshops. But below is a crash and burn final product transcript from the pen to digital text. I always launch my crash and burn sessions with an object in the room, but you can start any way you want. On this day, there was a bowl of grapes on the table, so I started with the word grape. Slash marks indicate the moment when a new idea or memory comes crashing in. Okay. Grape juice, white grape juice. When I was a kid, I stopped on a broken mellow yellow glass bottle, and I stepped on a broken mellow yellow glass bottle and cut my foot. Got infected. Happened by a pond. The pond. Yawgoog had 3 different waterfronts in Asha Way Aquatic Center I never took. I was a lifeguard at Yawgoog. So boring, so dumb to be a lifeguard as a Boy Scout camp. At least you give yourself a chance to look at girls, but I saved that. I saved that kid who couldn't swim and didn't want to tell anyone. When Eric and what's his name, Rory flipped their canoe, adults facing away from the pond, and Jeff and I went too. What? A pirate is a criminal of the sea. I should commit a crime on the sea so I can legally be called a pirate. I was a criminal, but if you're not found guilty. Okay, I think we get it. Once I finished with sessions, I looked back and pulled threads that were worth saving. Story ideas, anecdotes for future stories, memories that I want to record, new ideas, interesting thoughts. Here's an annotated look at what I produced in those 10 minutes. Grape juice, white grape juice. When I was a kid, I stepped on a broken glass near this pond. I have no idea how grape juice brought me to mellow yellow, but my mind made the connection, and it brought me back to a day of swimming with my family at a water hole when I was 5 or 6 years old. I had forgotten about a mellow yellow bottle and cut my foot I cut my foot until this crash and burn session. What? And the cut on my foot until this, what? I had forgotten about the mellow yellow bottle and the cut on my foot until this crash and burn session. I get it. But more importantly, it brought back another memory from that day, not recorded during my session because a new idea came crashing in. A much more meaningful memory than the one about my infected foot. It was a memory of my father jumping in the pond from the edge of the large flat rock and remaining underwater for so long I was sure that he was dead. I was certain that he had been drowned before my eyes. I remember a wave of crushing sadness washing over me, overwhelming me. My father was gone. The only man I loved was lifeless at the bottom of this pond. I knew that moment that my life had changed forever. As I opened my mouth to scream, my father's head emerged amongst a patch of lily pads and forever had miraculously come to an end. Life was instantaneously turned back to normal. Rarely have I experienced such an emotional swing in my life. It turns out that I've inherited my father's ability to hold his breath for a frighteningly long time. Over the years, I've terrified many people, including my wife, by disappearing under the water for excessive periods of time, never once thinking about the moment by the pond when I thought I'd lost my father forever. This is probably a story that I'll tell someday. The memory of the mellow yellow waterhole triggered memories of Yawgoog Pond at the center of Yawgoog Scout Reservation. Yawgoog was the Boy Scout camp where I spent many summers as a boy. The bit about the stupidity of working as a lifeguard in an all-boys camp might be worth exploring for a part in an essay or perhaps a stand-up routine. It feels funny, or at least potentially funny. As for the boy who nearly drowned after being too embarrassed to admit that he couldn't swim, I have forgotten about the moment entirely until this crash and burn session, and it will certainly make a good memory someday. How much? Okay, I'm starting to like. Okay, no, we don't got much left. I'm starting to get sick. I'm starting to feel sick. Oh boy, I might be too tired. I might be too tired. I might be too tired. I'm starting to feel sick. Talking too much. Where are we at? Oh yeah, when Eric, what's his name? Rory, yes, Rory, flipped their canoe, adults facing away from pond, and Jeff and I went too. Yawgoog Pond brought me to a pond in Vermont. While visiting friends at their vacation home years ago, a boy named Eric and his friend Rory turned over their canoe over in the middle of the pond. The two boys, who weren't wearing life jackets, so they were clinging to the edge of their submerged canoe for dear life. My friend Jeff and I were the only adults who noticed that the boys were in trouble, so we raced out to the canoe to help. The boys credited us with saving their lives, but in truth, they could have clung to the canoe for quite a while. I was still happy to take the credit, possibly a story, or at least a part of a story. A more story-worthy moment from that visit to Vermont came from when Eric walked in on my wife, Alicia, fully naked and 6 months pregnant. Oh my God. Alicia nearly killed the poor boy, who ran for his life and later denied seeing anything. I spilled some water. Oh boy. Though we all knew that was impossible. By some bizarre twist of fate, Alyssa would become Eric's 5th grade teacher 2 years later, making him perhaps the only 10-year-old boy in the history of American education. So to see his elementary teacher fully naked while pregnant, now that's a story that needs to be told. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. As you know, I'm simply needing to tell my facet of the story. Yeah, a pirate is a criminal of the sea. I should commit a crime on the sea so I can be legally called a pirate. So, something about the memory of racing onto that lake in a canoe brought the idea of piracy to mind. I'm not sure if committing a crime at sea would make me a pirate, but it felt right when I wrote it. If it's true, and if I need not be arrested or convicted of a crime to be classified as a pirate, I may add this to my bucket list. Commit some petty crime, steal silverware from a riverboat cruise, so I can add pirate or even better buccaneer to my resume. All right, that does go pretty hard. That does go pretty hard. Yeah, if I was a criminal, but if you're found not guilty and you never and you were never criminal or former criminal, actually I was definitely a criminal. Mailbox baseball and stealing the shoes of lots of other crimes. Isn't everyone a criminal, or am I especially bad? List of crimes. A story about a gay who commits a crime at sea just to be a pirate who wears an eye patch for effect. I don't. Okay. In 1991, I was arrested and tried for a crime I didn't commit. Even though I was ultimately found not guilty in a court of law, didn't my arrest make me a criminal, at least for a while? What about all the crimes I've committed over my lifetime but never caught or prosecuted for? Destroying private property in endless games of mailbox baseball, a game which you score a home run by knocking a mailbox off its foundation in one blow with a baseball bat. That's crazy. Stealing shoes and a display table from a children's shoe store. Making and selling fake driver's licenses to underage college students. All right, that's just straight up fraud. Okay, yeah, bro's a menace. Picking up hitchhikers. Okay, I don't think that's a crime, is it? I don't think that's a crime. Posing as a charity worker to steal money from would-be donors. What? That's crazy. A story that we will look in close detail. That's insane. Driving over a no parking sign on the front lawn of a church. Smashing the windshield of my ex-stepfather's car multiple times. Do these acts make me a criminal? Is my list of prosecuted crimes lengthier than most? Oh, unprosecuted. Are these crimes more egregious than most? These are the questions that might be worth exploring in a blog post or a magazine piece. I used to walk the train tracks as a kid, but I wouldn't want my kids to walk train tracks, even though it must be safe, right? How does a train sneak up on you? Not possible. I really can't say how piracy and crime led me to memories of time spent walking on train tracks as a child, but it did. It's one of the benefits of Crash and Burn. It allows for random thoughts to enter your mind at any moment. From a frightening early age, I was permitted to roam free without any adult supervision. I would often leave my house just after sunrise, armed with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my paper bag, and would not return home until dinner time. And some of that freedom was spent, for some reason I can't explain, walking with friends on railroad tracks throughout town. I hadn't thought of this memory for years until this Crash and Burn session. I write several magazines, including Parents, and this feels like the basis for a parenting essay or perhaps a blog post. Yeah, that's crazy. Did I do that? No, I've done that. I do actually have some stories. Let me write that down. Where are we at? Nail polish for women have weird and crazy names. Maybe I could do something with it. Green, red, yellow, blue, gray. The Confederates wore gray uniforms, right? Seems like the least inspiring color. British wore red to conceal blood and make fellow soldiers. Really? Once again, I can't explain how railroad tracks transition to nail polish, but this is Crash and Burn at its best. Random and innocuous explainable thoughts colliding. Regardless of how the mental leap was made, I happen to know a person whose job is to assign names to nail polish colors. Something humorous could be done with these names, perhaps as part of my standard routine or as an amusing detail in a story. I took the ASVAB test and would love to see the results. I had no idea what kind of job I might have landed in the military. Thank God I didn't resign. I wonder what. I took the pledge at 17 in a fake way, and then had to take it again at 18, and refused thinking I would. What? And refused thinking I would, but does that make me a bad kind of guy? What? Okay. Thoughts of Civil War soldiers led me to memories of my encounter with the United States Army. When I was 17, I took the military placement test, accepted a position in the Army, signed a contract, and swore an oath in front of the American flag. I knew that the contract and oath were only symbolic. Since I was only 17, I knew I would need to re-sign my contract and have the oath re-administered when I turned 18 and became legally eligible to sign. The recruiter used the symbolic contract and oath as a bit of pomp and circumstance to make me feel committed to the Army. But I knew exactly what I was doing, opening a door to an opportunity that I might or might not walk through upon graduation from high school. Ultimately, I chose not to re-sign the contract. As you know, I moved in with Bengi. The recruiter was not happy. He and I had quite the verbal confrontation. It was one of my first real arguments with an adult who was not a parent or teacher. There's probably a story here to tell, but I hadn't thought about the experience in years. I would also like to see the results of my testing, though they probably don't exist anymore. Bad guy, the black and white is inconvenient. Stephen King says that the side of good is the side of white. What? Which I like, but sort of places in an unintentionally racist term, similar to the to forget the face of your father is great, but the phrase bad guy triggered thoughts of the way good and evil are characterized in the Stephen King's Dark Tower series, which I had recently reread. Characters Kings refer to the side of good as the side of white. I like the non-religious nature of this characterization, but also feels a little racist. I wish it didn't. Characters in the Dark Tower novels also say that a person who does a foolish thing has forgotten the face of his father. I like this expression a lot too, but admittedly it's patriarchal. I also wish it wasn't. I can't imagine doing much with these bits. Haven't read dad's letter yet. Why am I so scared? All I want is relationship. And the phrase "the face of your father" caused me to think of the face of my own father. I rarely see my dad and barely know him, but he sent me a letter 3 weeks ago. I've yet to open the envelope. I'm afraid of what he may have said or not said in the letter, so it remains sealed. I'm protecting my heart for now, at least. I feel like this might be the start of a good story. I'm probably in the midst of a story waiting the end. Bro, these bots out of here, bro. Be gone. How much more we got left? Oh, we don't got much left. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, addendum. I opened the letter 2 weeks after this crash and burn session. I was sitting in a movie theater with my wife, watching commercials flash across the screen, when I removed the letter from my pocket and opened it and read. Why is he in the what? Why was it in his pocket? And why was he in a movie theater reading it? Alicia asked why I had chosen this odd moment to read my father's letter in a movie theater minutes before the trailers were set to begin. I explained that if my father's words were disappointing or upsetting, I would have a 2-hour comedy to help forget my troubles. It was my way of protecting myself from the possible pain. This has now become a story I tell, which beginning the moment's first record. This was a productive session. 10 minutes of effort yielded 6 potential new stories, 3 amusing anecdotes, possibly a stand-up bit, 3 possible magazine articles, blog posts, 1 possible addition to my resume, pirate or buccaneer. Think about that. Stories are gold, precious and priceless. Finding 6 potential new stories is thrilling. Even better, I recovered memories from my past that had been lost to me until I sat down to write. Forgotten moments that will remain with me now until the day I die. With each recovered memory, my life feels more expansive and significant. The years gather greater meaning and purpose. Surprising, significant associations between the past and the present are discovered. My life becomes brighter and sharper and better with every memory that's uncovered. The reason's simple. We are the sum of our experiences, the culmination of everything that has come before. The more we know about our past, the better we know ourselves. The greater our storehouse of memory, the more complete our personal narrative becomes. Our life begins to feel full and complete and important. As I said, crash and burn is damn good for the soul. Instead of the 5 minutes a day that I've asked you to dedicate to homework for life, this exercise requires about 15 minutes at a time. Although I think it's a highly productive exercise, I realize that 15 minutes every day is asking a lot. So I'm asking a lot. Do it every day. Close Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Ignore your children for a quarter hour. Turn off the television, find a quiet room, and lock the door. Make it the bathroom or a closet if necessary. Give everyone in your home a cookie and tell them to go away for a little while. Author Zadie Smith says, protect the time and space in which you write. Keep everybody away from it, even the people who are most important to you. She's right. Storytellers must selfishly guard their time, especially from the people they love the most. Storytellers need to know how to tell a good story, but they also need good stories to tell, lots of them. Crash and Burn will not only give you the content you need, but will change the way you perceive yourself and your life in the process. Give me 15 minutes a day, and I'll guarantee you some amazing results. In case you're wondering, my father wrote me a beautiful and a hilarious letter describing his recent foray into gardening. Avoiding the issues surrounding our relationship, or lack thereof, he offered me a glimpse into a life I wanted to know better. Since that first letter, we've exchanged about a dozen in all and continue to write. I don't know if my father and I will ever be able to spend much time together or open our hearts to each other, but these letters have been a blessing for me and I hope for him. I'm gonna stop there. All right, that's interesting. So literally just like doing these writing sessions for like, like 15 or so minutes. Just do those for like 15 or so minutes seems to be like a good like way to like remember stuff. And like I was just remembering some stuff too. I'm gonna write that down. All right, write those down. Just remember it another time. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Yeah, we're not going to get any art study. Not going to get any art study done. That's fine. That's fine. What you going to do? What you going to do? Anywho. Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm so tired. All right. We got about an hour or so. Yeah, I am exhausted. I think we had a good time though. I think we got some good talking stuff done. We talked a lot, a bit too much. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be back on Tuesday. And we'll keep going. Well, I got this thing. Yeah. I got this thing. Boy. Yeah, like I do like this. I do like this. I sit like this a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I sit like this a lot. But like actually. Anywho, we're gonna call it here. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go work on some other stuff. There's some I think yeah, I'm gonna go work on the stream a bit. There's some new stuff I wanna work on. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go play some more marathon and excuse me. No, I feel like I'm gonna fucking die. All right. And with that being said, Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My name's Snowy Lotus. I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining. And I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you're able to continue getting some rest. And I'll see you Tuesday. I will see you Tuesday. And as always, see ya. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.